I thought my vacation was going to be quiet and relaxing. But on the second night, something happened in the hallway outside my room that I still can't explain. I still don't fully understand what happened on that vacation, and honestly, I'm not sure I want to. This was about 2 summers ago. I took a solo trip to a small coastal town that barely showed up on maps. I'd found it while scrolling through travel forums, and people described it as quiet and peaceful. That was exactly what I wanted, just a few days away from everything. The place itself looked normal enough. A few small hotels, a grocery store, a long empty beach. I checked into a tiny guest house run by an older couple and spent most of the first day walking along the shoreline. Nothing strange happened at first. The weird part started that night. Around midnight, I woke up because I heard footsteps outside my room. Not loud, just slow pacing in the hallway. At first, I thought it was another guest. Old buildings make noise, so I tried to ignore it. But the steps didn't stop. They went back and forth for what felt like 20 minutes. Eventually, I opened the door a crack to check. The hallway was empty. I remember standing there for a second thinking maybe I imagined it. I went back to bed and forced myself to sleep. The next morning, I mentioned it casually to the woman who ran the guest house. I expected her to say someone checked in late or something. Instead, she looked confused and said I was the only guest staying there. That stuck in my head all day. That night, the footsteps came back. Same slow pacing, same hallway. I stayed in bed this time, just listening. At one point, the steps stopped right outside my door. I remember holding my breath, waiting for a knock. But there wasn't one. The next morning, I checked out early. I told myself I just wanted to get back home sooner. When I was leaving, the man who owned the guest house walked me to my car. Before I got in, he asked something that made my stomach drop. He asked which room I'd stayed in. I told him. He nodded slowly, like he'd expected that answer. Then he said something that still bothers me. Apparently, that room used to belong to their son. He used to pace the hallway at night when he couldn't sleep. And according to them, no guest had ever lasted more than 2 nights in it.